What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. And I've got a little bit of an announcement here to make in this video. And this has been a long time coming. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm a little bit late here. And by a little bit late, I actually mean a lot late. But nevertheless, with a couple days to go before the NFL draft, I have finished my big board. I have finished my big board ranking players from 1 to, I believe I did like 270 approximately. So it's put together. I ranked the list. I did a vertical big board, which is what you see on screen. And I also did a horizontal big board in a spreadsheet. So it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of effort, but we now have a list that I feel pretty darn good about, and I will be releasing to the people who want to see it. This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. More on them a little bit later. Now, if you look on screen right now, you'll see my top 10 for this draft. This is my top 10 of the big board. These are in order from 1 to 10, the 10 players that I think are the best in terms of their overall value in this draft. Unlike some previous years, I will say this, previous years, I've had some pretty big deviations from the norm. Like several years ago, I did not have Bryce Young in my top 20. Last year, I did not have Cam Ward in my top, I want to say 15. Maybe he was 15th, but I was not overly impressed with either of those players. So my big board was pretty radically different than what ended up happening on draft day. This year, I think it's going to be more in line with what we actually get in terms of who goes where. So I'm not going to do anything crazy this year with it. I will admit that. But if you want to see my big board, there are a couple different ways to do it. So I want to talk about that a little bit because as you can see, you can only see the top 10 on screen right now. If you want to see the rest, a couple different things. So today is Tuesday, and it is I'm going to be publishing this video at 9 a.m. Pacific. So by that time, either at 9 a.m. or before 9 a.m., I'm going to have a post go live on my Patreon, and I'm going to have a post go live in the community tab that allows people to access this document and the corresponding vertical big board or the horizontal big board in the spreadsheet. So if you want to actually look at my whole big board, then either you need to be on my Patreon or you need to be a channel member. And let me define that just a little bit better here so there's no confusion. I'm going to make it so the community post that links to this document and to the spreadsheet is only visible to people that are Ring of Honor tier members on YouTube, which is $15 a month. Now, you don't have to pay it every month. You can just pay it once, and that'll allow you to see the post. And then you'll be able to cancel your membership, and it'll just be the one $15 fee. Or you can go to the Patreon and pledge at least $10 a month there, and you'll be able to access the document and the spreadsheet. So either way is fine. It's just $10 over there on Patreon. And on Patreon, you can also become a member, pay once, then cancel, and still access the post for the month. Do you like sports? If you do, then the best way to make them even better and more exciting is using Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks makes daily fantasy simple. Just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections and build lineups with a few taps. Whatever sport you're into, Prize Picks gives you a fun way to stay locked in while you're watching. I've had a great time using Prize Picks so far. It makes this daily fantasy thing so easy and fun, and it even makes watching the games way more exciting. And with the cool social feeds feature, you can share lineups with your friends and even follow partners to tail or fade their picks. Obviously, we're in the NFL offseason right now, but we've got basketball, baseball, hockey, all kinds of other stuff, so don't be afraid to test things out in whatever sport clicks with you. You can even pick multiple sports in the same lineup and sweat everything at once. And don't forget about team picks, where you can pick winners, spreads, and totals on any major game. So, Download Prize Picks, America's #1 sports app. And don't forget, code HMA, that is HMA, gives you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. And remember, always gamble responsibly. Yeah, so those are the ways to view it now. I'm not a big paywall guy. I don't like putting things behind paywalls because I don't really have the time to make content that only a small percentage of my subscribers or viewers will see. I like to make sure that the things that I do are viewable to as many people as possible. But every year I do put the big board behind the Ring of Honor membership or the $10 level pledge on Patreon. So I'll be doing that again. So by the time you see this video on Tuesday morning, there should be a post on Patreon and there should be a community post here on YouTube that allows you to view both the document and the spreadsheet. You just have to either become the member or pledge. Now, if you don't do either of those things, you'll still be able to see most of this big board during the draft, because during the draft, I'm going to have a portion, like the top portion of the big board, visible on screen. And as players get drafted, I will remove those players from the big board. So if you're on my stream throughout the day on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, you'll end up seeing most of it just because that's just the way things will go. Like you'll be able to see this top 10 and probably a little bit more when the day starts on Thursday. But as we go through these picks, players are going to get taken off because they're gone, and then new players are going to get bumped up. So you'll be able to see it then anyway, but the Patreon or membership thing is just a way to see it early if you want to. So yeah, just wanted to go ahead and announce that. And again, I want to say usually I try to have a big board up much earlier than this. And in previous years, I've even done partial big boards during the season. Now, I wasn't really able to do that this year, in part because the Seahawks were such a good team that I just didn't want to focus on draft stuff at that point in time, because people wanted to talk about how the team was doing now, not who the team could be drafting in the future. So big board stuff kind of felt like you're missing the point of what is a really special season. And we ended up winning the Super Bowl, so that ended up being a good investment, and I think it ended up being a good call. But I usually do like to do early preliminary big boards, and then I like to get to a point where I'm adding on to it as time goes by, adjusting it, and posting revisions. This year, it's just going to be the one version, and it's going to be literally 2 days before the draft, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, I do have one more primer video coming out later today. It's going to be a few defensive stragglers. Meant to post it yesterday, but I posted a different video instead and thought I'd save it. So later today, there will be one more primer video, and then we will be all caught up, and everything will be good to go. We will know everything that there is to know. Well, no, that's not true. I know people that look at a lot more than I do. And I know people that go way deeper into the prospect count than I do. There are people out there who look at 1,000 players. But you're going to have everything that I have, basically. All right. So thank you for watching. More videos coming a little bit later. Like I said, there's going to be another primer video. There's going to be at least one more other video, I think, as well. We are almost there, guys. Buckle in, buckle up. And if you want to see my big board, become a Ring of Honor member here or pledge $10 or more to the Patreon. All right, go Hawks.